guys, welcome back. So I'm going to be doing a series of makeup looks for the holiday, and this one is what I would consider your simple girl makeup. So if you're not used to wearing a lot of makeup, or if you want to look a little bit more polished but don't want to go overboard, then I think that you guys would really like this. So it's just a stronger liner. You don't need to do the wing. The wing is just what I felt like doing today. A really soft cut crease, lightly contoured cheeks, a very glowy skin, and then I gave you guys two lip options, but I stuck with this one because I just think it looks really good. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the other looks I'm going to be creating for you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, really quickly, the picture in the back. I've gotten a few questions about that, or comments about it. That's actually a picture of me. One of my students drew it or painted it for me, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So it's a picture. It's on Instagram. If you guys go on my Instagram, you'll see the original picture, and she painted it, so it's up there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to start with my base, and the reason why I'm doing this is because since we're not going to go full-blown glam today, we're not going to have any fallout, so it's totally fine to start with your face first. And to prime my face, I use the Murad Invisiblur Primer, and I'm going to be using the Becca Full Coverage Foundation. And again, since we're keeping everything really simple, you really want to perfect the skin. So I'm going to be using my 53 Pro foundation brush by Sephora, and I'm just going to do one pump and then just start applying it to my face. Now that my foundation's on, I'm going to be using my Hourglass Diffuse Light Powder, and I always use my Real Techniques powder brush. Jax, leave it. Jax, leave it. Good boy. And I'm using this to set my makeup. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Ambient Dim Light powder, and I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow base today. So I'm going to use a flat 239 brush by MAC. This is my favorite brush. So this isn't going to add much color or anything. It's just going to kind of brighten my lid up, and then we'll add color to the crease. See, it doesn't really do much. That's okay, that's what we want. This is for our simple girl that wants to look amazing on Christmas or during any kind of holiday gathering. Again, we're gonna blend that out. Now I'm going to take my, what is this? 221 by MAC. And I'm going to be using the original Kevyn Aucoin contour palette, and I'm going to first start off with the brown shade, and I'm going to just apply that to my crease. And this is just, I love this brush because it literally does the work for you. It cuts your crease, it defines, it blends. It's by far one of my favorite brushes. I think most of my favorite brushes are MAC. I know that's kind of sucks when you're working on a budget, or if you're wanting to venture out of the MAC line, but a lot of their brushes are amazing. The 239 by far is my favorite one too, the one that I use to apply the base color on my eye, the flat one of my favorites. And this one is straight up money. It's awesome. And again, we're just going back and forth, blending and defining. And again, this brush is doing the bulk of the work for me. Now I'm gonna go in with a defined warm brow, which is more of a reddish brown. And I'm going to do the same thing. And this is just to kind of warm up my crease and to blend. And I'm using the same brush because it's freaking awesome. I'm just gonna bring that down a little further into my eye. See? And we'll do the same thing to the other eye. I like to start towards the end and then just kind of bring the color forward. And that way it's just a very soft contour as opposed to something that's really harsh. That's basically what we're doing. We're contouring our eye a little bit so you guys can see that there's a lighter shadow that's kind of elongating my eye and defining it. And voila. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Kat Von D ink. Is this the ink liner? It's a tattoo. It's the one with the harder tip. So I like both, but I like this one the best because it's very black. So let's just get some liner on. I like to use my finger, my pinky, to steady my hand. So I have saggier lids now, or not saggier, but they are not as firm as they were. So I tug a little bit. I don't tug a lot, but just a little bit so I can get a really smooth line. There it is. And then I'm gonna wing it out just a little bit. You guys don't have to do this. You can leave it just with a plain liner. I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a drastic wing. Really the best way to kind of amp up your makeup. Do you guys hear Jack snoring? Let me see. Mama likey. Okay, I'm very happy with the way the liner turned out. Yeah, I'm gonna just make this one a little bit longer. Now, I'm gonna prep my lashes using my Tarte primer. And I'm gonna let that dry and we'll move on to the rest of the face. Again, this look is more for somebody that doesn't really wear makeup often or is not really wanting to do full-blown crazy makeup with lashes and everything. So it's going to be a very pretty holiday look with a simpler approach, if that makes any sense. So we'll let that dry and then I'll go in with some mascara. In the meantime though, I'm going to be using the same contour palette with a contour brush, and I'm going to go in with our contour shade, the sculpting powder, and I'm going to just use this to lightly contour my cheeks. Softly. We're not going to go crazy because again, this is a softer look. So as you guys can see, there's some shading, but it's not like really crazy intense. I'm also going to use their highlighter using the same brush, keeping it simple, guys. And I'm just going to use that to highlight the highest points of my face. For my blush, I am going to be using, I was going to be using Lacune, which is NARS's cream blush, but I decided to change it last minute because I want to bump up my cheek color a little bit. So I'm going to be using Orgasm, and I'm going to be using my trusty 137 brush. I'm just going to apply that to my cheeky bones. Already you can see the difference. It just looks brighter and prettier. And then I like to bring it up into my temple as well, just so that it looks really smooth and blended. I'm gonna take my Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, and I'm just gonna touch up my brows a little bit since I did them earlier. And I literally just kind of threw something on quickly so that I would have a brow. And so I'm just lightly filling them in a little bit more. See, better brow. For my lips, what I was thinking of using is the Sephora Brownies Back, just to keep it very nude and simple. If it were me, I would use something like this, the Sephora liquid lipstick in the shade 14, just to kind of tie everything together and make it look a little bit brighter. So let me show you guys what the Brownies Back would look like. So if you wanted to keep it to this, you totally could. As you guys can see, it's still very soft and simple, and it still looks very appropriate for anything, really. It doesn't have to be like a holiday look, but we're gonna change the lip color up. So let's just remove this one. Now we're gonna go in with number 14 liquid lipstick by Sephora. Yes. I'm gonna use this shade. I feel like this is still very simple for me, and it's still very wearable. It's not crazy or over the top, but I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and I'm just going to do a few coats of that, and then our makeup look is done. This is the final look, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's just a very strong liner with a soft crease and really soft and balanced makeup. It's not like too intense. The lip does stand out a little bit more, but there's balance. You have a very intense eye, but yet it's soft. And then your cheeks are softly contoured and you have a very minimal glow, but your lips just kind of stand out a little bit. So I love this look. It's by far one of my favorites. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.